So after 11 weeks at the helm, Anthony Albanese has gone on holidays. Now, I don't begrudge the PM taking a break. Some are, but I won't begrudge him after 11 weeks. But the nation's in the hands of Richard Marles at the moment. Now, that is a real worry. However, just before the PM clocked off, he ventured into the warm embrace of luminaries, stars and staff at the ABC in Sydney. It was partly to celebrate the broadcaster's 90th birthday and partly to reassure Ita Buttrose and her ABC that Labor's back, and so too is their $83.7 million in taxpayer funds, as well as 5-year funding terms and some review options to guarantee financial sustainability. In other words, the ABC gravy train continues irrespective of the state of the economy, especially inflation, and irrespective of wage stagnation at the moment. And in what was a very curious connection, the Prime Minister tried to link the previous government's removal of the ABC from Pacific Island nations to a misstep in Australia's national security. He said when the ABC voice was removed from the Pacific, guess what nation moved in? Simple as that, a major mistake of foreign policy. Wow, who would have thought that the ABC was an alternative army in this country? We take the ABC out of the Pacific and China then goes all aggressive on the world. Now, that is quite a long bow, the longest I've heard from a Prime Minister in quite some time. So Labor wants the ABC broadcast throughout the Pacific once again for the sake of national security. He said that. He said, on top of every other consideration, it is a prudent investment in our national security as well as our national interest. I know that when Labor politicians rub shoulders with their media heroes at Auntie, they can be prone to gush a little bit. But he is arguing that part of our safety depends on the ABC broadcasting in the Pacific. Seriously? I think he does need a holiday. And I'll tell you what Albo should have announced instead. Instead of sucking up to the entitled elites in Sydney at Ultimo, he should have announced a new subscription service so that Australians have a paid option to bring the ABC into their homes and onto their devices. Then those who love their ABC can pay for the privilege. And this is nothing new. In the UK, if you want to watch the BBC, you better have a television licence fee paid. It's a flat fee of £159 a year, close enough to 278 Australian dollars. And the money raised from the licence fee pays for BBC shows and services, including television, radio, the BBC website, podcast, iPlayer and BBC apps. Almost £3.7 billion was raised by the licence fee in 2019, accounting for about 76% of the BBC's total income. And the theory behind this is pretty simple. The government ensures that the BBC offers value for money for those who pay for it. And that's how the ABC should be funded. Follow the BBC model, and those that object to the farcical green left news and current affairs bias, well, you don't have to pay for it. What do you think about that? Is that time that you think those who love the ABC should put their money where their hard-earned is, or their mouth where their hard-earned is, and let the rest of us get on with watching what we enjoy? Now, if it works for the UK and if it works for the BBC, why can't it work for us?